Ibibase din po doon sa core criteria na nakalagay din po doon sa RMO. Ibabangka din po namin yung information doon sa core criteria na nandun din po sa RMO 1-2026.
No, Commissioner, I don't know kung meron itong implication o kaya may violation sa Data Privacy Act. No? Why don't you start cross-referencing with the other agencies, SEC, for example, no? Para sa mga corporate entities. Then LRA, para sa mga real estate properties. LTO, para sa mga vehicles. I remember suggesting this during one DBCC hearing, when the economic managers were present. Pero parang ang sagot sa akin, baka may problema raw sa data privacy. I cannot relate, I cannot correlate yung relation between the two, no? Paano magbabalot sa... Kasi it's easier that way, ano? Kasi if say a taxpayer, nag-file siya ng income tax, meron kayong cross-referencing with the SEC. Makita nyo naman doon kung stockholder siya na isang corporation. Meron kayong naka-cross-reference kayo sa LTO. Makita nyo kung tumama yung kanyang final na income tax doon sa kanyang properties na mga motor vehicles. LRA, doon sa kanyang mga real estate properties. Hindi ba mas effective yon? Anong nakita nyong legal problem o impediment in case you do that?
Yeah, actually po,
Ang
Mr.
dami
Chair.
ang dami nyo makokollect ng taxes.
Yeah, that's true po, Mr. Chair. In fact ho, marami ho kaming data sharing agreement with various agencies. And these agencies include the SEC, Land Registration
Yeah,
Authority,
LRA,
and several
LTO.
other. Ang kailangan lang po talaga namin ay talagang ma-utilize ito ng mabuti, ma-maximize po yung third-party information coming from them. Pero meron na po kaming legal framework. Meron na
Easily
po
mag-triple yung collection nyo.
Opo.
Will you do that?
Yes po. In fact ho, we have
Para
started...
may hesitation doon sa boses mo, Commissioner.
Yeah, opo. In fact, we have started revisiting our existing data sharing agreements with various agencies at makikipag-usap din po ako sa kanila, sa mga head po ng mga agencies na yon, kung paano pa po namin ma-enhance at mapapabilis ang pag-request ng documents sa kanila. Pero insofar as the legal framework is concerned, nandun na po, meron po tayong existing data sharing agreements with various agencies.
Yes, Mr. Chair, to continue, kanina nabanggit niyo po yung tungkol sa system, no? Can you enumerate, Commissioner, what are the criterias that are in the system that would trigger audit or issuance of LOA? Briefly lang po para at least for the information of all the taxpayers.
Mr. Chair, for priority case, ito po yung mga criteria. Taxpayers with drastic decrease in reported sales or VAT payments, taxpayers with significant increase in exempt or zero-rated sales or revenues, discrepancy notices, taxpayers whose excess input tax carried forward in the VAT return of the succeeding quarter is different from the input tax reflected in the VAT return of the previous quarter, taxpayers whose VAT returns reflect substantial input taxes, such as when the total input taxes claimed exceed 75% of the total output tax, taxpayers with income tax due of less than 2% of gross sales or revenues, taxpayers filing percentage tax returns whose gross sales or receipts exceed the VAT threshold, taxpayers with substantial sales but reporting net loss, taxpayers who have been in operation for more than 5 years from inception and who have not yet been audited, taxpayers with increase in assets of more than 50% from the previous year but with reported net loss, taxpayers with claims for losses or damages due to natural calamities or those claiming inventory obsolescence, taxpayers deriving its revenue or income exclusively or substantially from its parent company or subsidiaries or affiliates, taxpayers claiming write-off of input tax as allowable deduction in its annual income tax returns, and taxpayers with share expenses and other interrelated charges being inputted by a parent company to its affiliates and likewise an affiliate to another affiliate in a conglomerate. Ito po mga core criteria po na ito, Mr. Chair, hindi naman po bago. In fact po, doon sa Like for example, dun sa revenue RMO 6-2023, karamihan po dyan ay nandun na rin po. At ito po ay sumusunod sa international standards po.
Thank you. Siguro just one more question before I yield again, Mr. Chair. I'll just listen. What are the revenues per year generated, no? Yung dati po, no, in the past, out of the LOAs that were issued, total LOAs, meron ba kayong figures ngayon?
Opo.
And what was the target? And what was the actual revenue that was collected?
Yeah, ang actual revenue po that is being collected from audits is about 3% of the total revenue collection of the BIR. International standard says around 3 to 5% po ang collection from enforcement. So, umaabot naman po ito sa international standard, yung actual collection from audits.
Yeah, Senator
Hindi po
JV.
talaga ma-expect na kung ano yung discrepancy assessment or yung initial assessment, ayun din po ang actual na makukolekta sapagkat as the audit progresses, nakakapag-submit ng additional documents ang taxpayer, mas na ipapaliwanag ng taxpayer kung bakit hindi dapat siya magbayad ng dagdag, ay doon po bumababa yung eventual amount na binabayaran ng taxpayer.
Yeah, Commissioner, of course, it is too early to judge or assess yung success ng reforms dahil masyadong maaga pa. No? And ang isang good measure is to compare it to the previous years para makita mo kung ano yung spike or kung ano yung success rate. No? So let's go back in time. 3 years, kasi ito naman yung period ng mga LOAs. Dito na muna tayo sa mga LOAs issued by RAP, yung sa task force. I have here some data. From 2023 hanggang 2025, ang total na-issue na LOA is 3,520. Ang tanong ko, from that figure, ilan yung nag-proceed sa NOD, sa Notice of Discrepancy?
Mr. Chair, out of the total 3,520 LOAs, 3,004 po ang umabot sa NOD.
So merong 516 na hindi nag-result sa Notice of Discrepancy.
Meron po.
Okay. Anong reason dyan?
Pwede pong nung nagsabit po sila ng maaari pong nung nagsabit sila ng dokumento ay nakita po na wala naman talagang discrepancy or tama yung buwis na ibinayad nila kaya hindi na po umabot sa Notice of Discrepancy.
Okay.
Yun lamang po ang maaaring maging dahilan para hindi umabot sa NOD.
So from the Notice of Discrepancy, ilan yung nag-proceed sa preliminary, yung PAN,
Yeah. From 3,004 po,
assessment notice?
opo, from 3,004 po ay 2,284 po ang umabot sa preliminary assessment notice.
So merong 720 cases na hindi nakaabot sa PAN.
Na hindi na po umabot sa PAN.
Ano naman ang reason? Based on studies to, hindi yung speculation.
Well, kung
Kung meron kayong yung factual or actual, hindi yung nag-speculate tayo, maaring ganito, maaring ganon. So,
I can
eto,
only...
sa law pa lang, 516, of course, you explained earlier. Pero pababa ng pababa eh. From notice of discrepancy, papunta sa preliminary assessment notice, nalaglag pa ng 720. Okay, let me proceed further. From PAN, yung 2,284, papunta doon sa FAN at saka yung FLD. Yung final, 983. So nalaglagan pa tayo ng 1,301 cases na hindi nakaproceed sa FAN at saka FLD. Tapos from FAN, FLD, na 983 na nga lang, from an original figure of 3,520 to FDDA, final decision on disputed assessment. Naging 54 na lang eh. Nalaglag pa yung 921, 929 na hindi nakaproceed sa FDDA. So again, going back to the original figure ng 3,520, laglag tayo na nauwi na lang tayo sa 54. So have you done some studies to find out? Kasi you can only succeed if you learn from the lessons of the past, di ba? Para makorek mo yung mga deliberate man yan o inadvertent yung may mga omission na hindi sinasadya, para lang mag-succeed kayo. Of course, there are reforms in place. Sabi mo, system generated, and hopefully, mag-spike yung collection natin. But if you do not study, if you do not research properly, kung ano yung cause or causes, kung bakit ganong kalaki yung drop from LOA hanggang sa FDDA, then I don't see how you can succeed.
Mr. Chair, with respect to the factual circumstances po on this, may I request, Mr. Chair, that Mr. Attorney Rufino Cantaros be recognized?
Okay, kung sino yung nakakaalam, sige nga. Bigyan nyo kami ng medyo kapanipaniwala.
Good morning, Mr. Chair,
Sige, thank
and
you.
honorable members of the Blue Ribbon Committee. I am Attorney Rufino Cantaros, Mr. Chair, and Task Force Coordinator of RAF. Unang-una, Mr. Chair, yung discrepancy po ng numbers ng different stages of the assessment.
Before you proceed, sasabihin ko yung implication nito pagdating sa pesos and centavos. 2023, 2,470. Rough lang ito ang na-collect, ang amount do sa NOD, 510.49 billion. Ang actual na nabayaran, 6.88 billion. 2024, 379 yung LOA. Ang na-assess, 74.34 B. Ang nabayaran, 790 M. 2025, 669 yung i-LOAS. Ang na-assess, 16.18 billion. Pero ang nabayaran, 280 million.